Welcome to DWBI Adda channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
So today we're going to talk about what is VPC peering and how you can configure one in your AWS account. Okay, so what is VPC peering? VPC peering is a connection between is a networking connection between two VPCs. Okay, that enables you to route traffic between them using private address, or I would say private IPv4 address or IPv6 address. Instances in either VPC can communicate with each other as if they are within the same network once the VPC peering is configured between the two VPCs. Okay, so let's go ahead and create one. So right now I'm in my North Virginia region. I'll go to, first of all, I'll go to EC2 and I'll allocate one elastic IP. I'll explain it why. Okay, now let's go to VPC console. We can create VPC manually also, but let's go ahead and create this way. Now launch VPC wizard. Now you have following option: either you can create VPC with single public subnet, with public or private subnet, with public and private subnet, and hardware VPN access and so on. But we'll choose this one. Okay, select. Now this is our CIDR value for our VPC, which we are going to create in a North Virginia region. Okay, and this is our VPC and I'm gonna name it my private subnet and my or North Virginia. So this is why we have allocated one elastic IP, because it will create an NAT gateway for us if we try to create VPC through VPC wizard. Okay, so it need an elastic IP. So let's go ahead and create a VPC, and it will take a few minutes to make our NAT gateway status 2 available. So let's wait for a while. Okay, so VPC has been created. Okay, now what I want to do, I'll go in my Oregon region and create another VPC. Okay, so again I'll go ahead and create one elastic IP. Cool. Now let's go ahead and go to our VPC wizard. Okay, launch VPC wizard, and again we're gonna go with second option. And now to create VPC peering between two VPCs, you must keep in mind that the CIDR value of both the VPC should not be same, otherwise it will overlap and you won't be able to create VPC peering between the two VPCs. Okay, so for this we have to change the CIDR block of this VPC. So for this I'll use this CIDR. Okay, which is different from the VPC which is running in North Virginia region. Okay, now I'll change this also. I have to change this also. 192.168.1.0/24. Okay, 192.168.1.0/24. Okay, sorry, let's see. Again it has overlap. It was my mistake. Okay, now I'll give it Oregon VPC. Okay, my public subnet, or I would say Oregon public subnet and Oregon private subnet, and again elastic IP for NAT gateway. NAT gateway is network address translation to connect your instances running in your private subnet to connect to the internet. Okay, create VPC. So again it will take few minutes. Let's wait for a while. So this VPC has also been created. Okay, now let's go to the exciting part. Now we need to connect this VPC with our VPC which is running in our North Virginia region. Okay, so what we'll do, will go ahead and create a VPC peering. Okay, in your VPC wizard, go to peering connection, and now go to create peering connection. Now give it a name tag. What will be the requester? Of course, there are only two VPC running in this region, so I'll choose this. Now for acceptor, okay, so we can create VPC between two different account and within two different regions. Okay, so my second VPC is running in this account only, so I'll go with my account. But if your VPC is running in another account, you can connect this. Okay, you can choose this. You can enter the account ID and the region and the VPC ID of the VPC which is running in your different account. So for this lecture, I'll go with my account. Okay, so the VPC, is it running in this region? No, in another region. Okay, and what is the region? Yes, now I'll select this. Okay, so this is sometimes quite difficult to remember the VPC ID. Let's go to North Virginia and copy the VPC ID of this. Copy and paste it here. Okay, so this is my requester ID, the VPC which is requesting the VPC peering connection. This is the VPC ID which will be accepting my peering connection. It's like sending a friend request in your Facebook account. Now create peering connection. Now the request has been sent. Okay, remember to change it to accept the VPC connection, obviously. So the request has been sent from this VPC to my this VPC. So if I go to my peering connection, now right now I'm in my North Virginia. Okay, so if I go to peering connection, see, pending acceptance. Okay, pending acceptance is there. Now go to action and accept. Yes, accept. I'm telling you, it's same like accepting a friend request in a Facebook account. Okay, it's provisioning and it is active now. Okay, so our VPC connection is done, but it is half done. Why it is half done? Because we need to update the route tables of the of our both the VPC. Okay, to make our connection available for all the resources which is running in this VPC. Okay, how we'll do this? I'll show you. Go to your VPC, click this and go to main route table. Okay, go to routes. Now edit route. So we're gonna add a route and we're gonna add the CIDR block of this VPC, which is this. Okay, and we're gonna paste it here. Okay, and for target we're gonna choose peering connection. This is a peering connection ID. So what we are telling is that all the resources which are running in my North Virginia region under the acceptor VPC, and if any traffic which is required to go to this point, please go to the target VPC peering connection ID. Okay, so I'm gonna save route and close, and I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna do the same for my requester VPC. Go to my your VPC main route table, routes, edit route, add route CIDR block of your acceptor VPC and peering connection, and done. So this is how you connect your VPC between two different accounts, two different regions. Okay, and the resources which will be running in my Oregon region under this VPC, and the resources which are running in my North Virginia region under North Virginia VPC will be able to communicate with each other as if they are in the same network. Also, sometimes I need to make it clear also that sometimes you need to update like this. Suppose your instance in private subnet and your VPC connection has been already been made, but you're still not able to connect through different instances to which is running in different VPC account VPC. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to sometimes update the route table of your private subnet also. Okay, so this is the route table routes. Okay, so like this you can see this has already been updated, but sometimes it won't get updated. Okay, so please check that once if you are facing any trouble connecting your private subnet of one VPC to private subnet to another VPC. Okay, so this is from this lecture. I hope you get to understand what is VPC peering and how you can configure one.